Robert, for his part, is a tourist who values the cultural experience and has traveled to San Juan Nanualco to be part of the festivities. Tall, stocky, with white skin and light hair, at his apparent 45 years old he knows how to maintain a calm attitude and has a high appreciation for spirituality. Plan to visit the Temple of the Lord of Charity to contemplate its beauty and absorb the religious atmosphere. He is accompanied by a notebook and a pen because despite having technology, he prefers to take notes with traditional methods. He shares with us that there is nothing like the smell of paper that you breathe when reading a good book and, in the same way, he trusts more in his notes and annotations with his hand directing a pencil or pen than in touching a screen. By spelling word by word to record your ideas and the information you want to keep, when my friends and I heard the particular interest of each of the tourists in front of us, we decided to share with them our knowledge and our experiences in these festivities. We begin with the explanation that the patron saint festivities are a significant and colorful annual event that celebrates the religious devotion and abundant cultural tradition of this community in our country. The Temple of the Lord of Charity becomes the epicenter of activities during the celebrations. Special masses, colorful processions and liturgical activities are celebrated in honor of Saint John the Baptist. The festivities often include performances of the famous tiger and deer dance. This traditional dance is a representation of the fight between good and evil and is an integral part of the culture of this town. The dancers wear elaborate costumes and masks representing animals, creating an impressive visual spectacle. During the holidays, it is common to enjoy live music and traditional dances. Local groups perform folk music and residents come together to dance to the rhythm of cumbia. Salsa and other typical musical genres of the region. The festivities are also an opportunity to enjoy delicious local cuisine. Food stalls in the municipal market and on the streets offer a variety of typical Salvadoran dishes, such as pupusas, tamales, fried yuca, and corn atol, in addition to the famous punch, which is a traditional drink that is shared with visitors. Some nights during the holidays can end with impressive fireworks displays and fireworks that light up the dark night and add a touch of excitement and joy to the celebrations. Likewise, a fair is available with mechanical attractions, games and sales stalls, especially typical sweets, Spanish churros and potato chips. Children and families enjoy the fair games and the fun in the local parks. Our new friends, the tourists, laughed and paid close attention to our explanations and stories. Robert, from his seriousness, breaks the moment and asks us, "What are you doing in that place alone?" This was the moment when we were able to tell them about our almost lost dream due to the whole situation that had happened to us. Hearing us, Sophie suggests Chloe take a motorcycle taxi and go to San Juan Tepezantes to tell our parents while Robert accompanies us sharing a delicious breakfast, for the second time that day. We all agreed and, while our new friends headed to our home, we guided Robert to Dona Loli's stall, the person who sells the tastiest milk in the market and who could also get us some freshly cooked pupusas. Some time later, we saw the caravan approaching the market. They were Sophie and Chloe, who, by telling our parents what had happened, convinced them to return with them and accompany us to the stadium to enjoy the grand final together. I cannot describe the joy I feel when I understand that my long-awaited dream of witnessing the grand final of football will be shared with the people I love most, my family and my friends. When saying goodbye to the tourists, we prepared to leave directly for the Costa del Sol. But what about Poliducto? Where is he? Look! There! Shouts Chaco, pointing his finger at a cement table where Poliducto is with two pupusas and the technique of a lot of cotito and a lot of sauce to fill the belly. Let's go. We shouted at him. Poliducto responds, please wait a little while. He wasn't running because he was enjoying the last sips of breakfast coffee and taking the last look at the sports newspaper to find out the latest national and foreign soccer programs. I'm coming. Wait for me. The trip from San Juan Nanualco to La Herradura, along La Costa del Sol Boulevard, offers a scenic journey through varied and beautiful landscapes. We left the municipal park of San Juan Nanualco, which is in the center of town. From here, we head towards the exit of the town, beginning our journey towards La Herradura. We took the well-known old street bordering first Santiago Nanualco and then El Túnel. Next, we arrived at the La Flecha detour where we made a brief stop to buy the tasty Valencia oranges that are already prepared in transparent bags ready to eat. In La Flecha, when crossing to the left we see the beginning of a street without end. The La Galilea community lets us know that we are going in the right direction. Initially, the road may appear to be a country road that undulates through farmland. We can see green and cultivated fields on both sides of the road, and we can also see arid and sad lands that are waiting their turn to bloom again. On the way to La Herradura, we also passed through several hamlets and local communities. Each of these places presents its own charm and a series of unique characteristics, such as colorful houses, squares and small businesses such as the area known as El Pedregal, where local commerce comes to life due to the factories that provide job opportunities for many people in the surrounding area. The residential areas and hamlets such as Santa Isabel, El Pedregal and Los Novillos are witnesses of the number of people who move forward and return of the maquilas, as they are colloquially known, like ants preparing for the harvest. As we approach La Herradura, we notice a change in the landscape due to the proximity of the Pacific coast. The vegetation is denser and we have finally begun to feel the sea breeze. In some sections along the way we can already see panoramic views of the Pacific Ocean. They say these views are especially spectacular at dusk or dawn, when the sun paints the sky with vibrant colors. After a long journey, finally, we have finally reached La Herradura and La Costa del Sol Boulevard. This is a path that adheres to the natural shape of the coast and, at the same time, offers access to beautiful beaches and beach hotels known as resorts. La Herradura is famous for its varied aquatic activities. Its relaxed atmosphere and the delicacies they prepare with such skill using seafood. It is also famous because at the dock of that place there are always boatmen willing to make water trips either to Tasajara Island located in the Jalta Peak estuary, famous for the two-branched coconut, or if visitors prefer, they can embark to the Pacific Ocean and reach the Bacana El Cordoncillo or the Bacana del Rio Lempa to enjoy the landscape and if you are a little lucky, find the sandbanks that allow travelers to pause in the trip, get off from the boat and enjoy the sea water as if you were on the seashore. Once we arrive at La Herradura, we have in front of us the beautiful golden sand beaches. Surely this is the reason why this place is so popular and sought either for rest, recreation or water activities such as surfing and diving. On the way, we all laughed full of emotion, without even imagining that, at that same moment, in the surroundings of the beach soccer stadium, the anvils of merriment sparkle and little by little the immense blue and white tsunami of people that like a wave is taking gigantic shape wants to take over its stadium. They arrive as if on a pilgrimage, with flags painted on their cheeks, wigs and buffo hats, blankets made of flags or flags made of blankets, cameras, caps, batons, maracas, whistles, tambourines, drums, trumpets, gyros, noisemakers, and of course the vuvuzelas. My friends and I hugged each other with our eyes shining with excitement. We couldn't believe that we were in the place we had dreamed of so much. Our parents offered to buy us candy before entering the stadium. We nodded our heads. But our minds were in another dimension, floating happily inside the stadium and with the same joy, also floating anxious for the game to start. The smell of the French fries and Spanish churros they just bought us brought us back to reality for a moment. We don't know whether to eat, walk, run, jump or cheer. We are almost about to enter. The line advances in order and at normal speed when Chino, without being able to articulate a word, points with his finger towards an immense blue shark with its two crab eyes in front, and on the side it reads La Selecta Cuscatlica. Yeah. The Selecta has arrived. Thousands of butterflies fly in our stomachs and our legs don't move. We stood as if frozen, waiting to see Frank Velasquez and Tin Ruiz get off the transport. The first to appear is Professor Rudis Gallo. We all clapped and laughed with excitement. Professor Gallo immediately looked at us and gave us a hug from a distance, conveying his affection and gratitude for the support he always receives from the fans. The line to enter the stadium has stopped because we are all still waiting. We all want to split in two to enter the stadium and at the same time see our heroes get off the bus up close. The moment arrived and, as if they already knew it, we see our two favorite players go down in unison. Yeah. Before our eyes Frank Velasquez and Tin Ruiz. All the fans cheered at the same time. The girls shouted excitedly and we boys applauded and sang our cheers from our hearts so that our team felt supported even before the competition. In the same way they looked at us and gave us their best smile. Their hands waved with great energy, greeting us as if distance did not exist. They advanced into the stadium jogging, sometimes walking, with short steps, as if they did not want to distance themselves from their fans. When our eyes could no longer reach them, all of us who were in line hurried to enter the stadium and get the best positions in the stands. Once we were seated, I hugged my mom very tightly so that she could feel a little bit of all the emotions that made my heart jump. My alarm clock rings. I open my eyes and discover that this dream has been a canvas of stars, still blinking in my heart. This is a new day, and my classmates at school are waiting for me so that together we can write a new page on the white canvas that life presents to us every morning. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.